What's going on, everybody? Dorsey May Gaming here. Good morning to y'all. How's everybody doing? Today, y'all, I was thinking, you know, the more that I look at Madden 18, the more I realize that it's just, it's really mostly a graphical upgrade. While, yes, there are gameplay improvements, and I'm happy for those gameplay improvements, once you get used to that, it's just like Madden 17. Because I mean, yeah, there are improvements in the gameplay, but I haven't got my hands on it yet to determine whether or not those gameplay improvements are that vast. Because let's be real here, what they did in the gameplay improvements, some of that stuff I feel like could have been done through patches in Madden 17. So, until I get my hands on it to actually see how simulation mode plays, how a top notch corner is going to play, how fast because in simulation mode attributes matter. So I wonder how that's going to affect speed in the game. I wonder, um, will fast players be even faster, or will there be a clear, difference between fast and slow players? But y'all, the more that I see gameplay, Tater God released a video I think last night. I just watched it this morning, but the more I see gameplay, the more I see Madden 17. I understand that there are gameplay changes, but they're not so broad that you can't tell unless you know what to look for. Also, I noticed the players on the sidelines look a little bit better, which is cool. But I guess what I wanted to say was, considering what they've done with 18 or lack thereof, should it even be full price? Like, that's something to really think about that I don't think a lot of people consider. Should Madden 18 be what is it before tax? $59 or 79 for the Gold Edition? You know? Should it even be that much? Because me, I pre-ordered the Gold Edition so I could get it 3 days early. I don't care about the Madden Ultimate Team stuff, but now I'm actually considering just waiting until waiting until it comes out and get it for $20 cheaper. Because, or well, I'll be trading in some games for it, so I won't be paying full price for it. But at the same time, for those people who are, and then for the winners of the game, that the contest that we had, my thing with Madden 18 is I don't see anything that justifies paying a full price for a game that's pretty much a graphical upgrade from last year's title. Now, don't get me wrong, the graphics are nice, they're welcomed. The gameplay corrections are nice and welcome too. However, it's not our fault that the gameplay has been swept under the rug. Rex Dixon even came out and said this himself, that basically the stuff was swept under the fridge, and he's coming in basically cleaning that mess up that everybody knows is there, but nobody wants to do it. Why should the consumer have to pay for that? Why should the consumer have to basically take a year off from additional stuff? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The Madden community is blind as you know what. The reason why I say that, because we're sitting here taking them, telling us that, oh, we've got new gameplay features. That's not new. Yes, it is new. Yes, they are improving the gameplay, but y'all listen to me. When they came out with Madden 25, they promised us the exact same stuff. Living worlds. That was the promise made by the Ignite engine. I wonder why, if anybody hadn't tried to sue EA Sports for this, because it's false advertisement. They advertised living worlds, that the players would be aware of each other and things of that nature. We never ever experienced that. Never experienced that. And it, if the players are aware of each other, that would mean that a defensive back would be aware of a wide receiver and would shadow him like a glove if he so had the skill set. But even Rex and them said about the game that the game doesn't have artificial intelligence. It does, but it's not aware. So y'all, we getting, I think we're getting the short end of the stick here because, like I said, what they're pushing this addition to gameplay. Oh, we've got so many gameplay changes, and they're putting it out like it's something new to the game, something that people are gonna like, something that's interesting, that's refreshing. But y'all, in reality, the gameplay adjustments that they've made and they're marketing as something new to they're using it as a marketing tactic. Okay. That is something that they promised us was going to be in the last 4 or 5 titles of Madden football with the Ignite engine. So my thing is this, EA. Why are you making us pay for something that y'all promised that didn't deliver on? And then making people pay full price. Y'all, I'm almost to the point where I don't even want to buy Madden. I'm gonna still get it for those of y'all, Antonio and Anthony. Still get it for y'all. I mean Alexander. I'm sorry, Alexander and Antonio. Still getting it for y'all because y'all won that. But I'm saying for me myself, I'm actually y'all thinking about not getting the game. Not because I don't want it, because I do want it. I want to play. I want to experience the new gameplay. I want to get what I should have gotten in Madden 17. However, the more that I think about it, the more it's like this is going to continue. For instance, if more people buy Madden this year, then what's to say that EA won't sit there and say, you know what, we could put out the same trash every year and people are just going to eat it up. That's why they didn't show gameplay at EA Play. That's why they didn't show a gameplay trailer, because there's nothing to show. There's nothing to show. The game is the same as it was last year. They just improved the gameplay. So there's really nothing to show. A gameplay trailer really shows you the new features of the game. But they're not gonna release a gameplay trailer. What did they say? They're gonna have an event where the game changers would come in and record, or basically record gameplay, and we would see it through them. EA doesn't even have a gameplay trailer for Madden. They don't have one because there's nothing to show. It's sad. And like I said, the more that I sit here and think about it, the more I'm like, why am I gonna buy this game? I don't want to. I'm not gonna buy it just for long shot. Heck no, I'm not gonna spend that much money just for an 8-hour story. Not gonna do it. I could just essentially play Madden 17. It's the same thing. So guys, if you haven't played 17 yet, or I wouldn't waste my money on 18. I would buy the cheaper 17 because there's really no difference. But I am seriously legit thinking about not getting the game because I feel like it should be at least half price. I think instead of a $59 game before taxes for the standard version, it should be maybe 30 something, or I say like 20, 25 bucks, man. Or $19.99 to be honest with you. Because all you're really paying for is a story mode. That's the truth, man. Team play, guess what? They could have added that with a patch. That ain't nothing new. And like I said, it upsets me because they're marketing this as, here's the new gameplay additions. We're improving this and this and this and this. No, EA, y'all promised us that years ago. So my thing is, why are you charging people full price for long shot? That's essentially what they're doing. They're giving us 17 with upgraded graphics in the long shot mode. That's it. Because like I said, the gameplay stuff, that's on y'all. That's something that y'all promised the community for years and never got around to doing it until now. And with that being said, why are we still having to pay full price for this game? Because of something that y'all didn't do right. You see what I'm saying? That's bad for the community. But a lot of people aren't seeing it like that. They're like, oh, cool, they're fixing gameplay. That's awesome. Am I happy that they're fixing gameplay? Yes, I am. My point is, why should we have to pay for it? You see what I'm saying? Why should we have to pay full price? I don't mind paying something for the game. I just don't feel like it should be full price. Think about that. Think about that. EA, if y'all listen to this, that's bogus. That is horrible customer service. That is horrible for business. And the fact that people are so dumb that they don't realize what y'all are doing, it's stupid. It's stupid, man. It's stupid on our part for not realizing the crap that y'all doing. There's some people out there that do, and I applaud y'all. I applaud y'all right now. Because real talk, y'all, I'm serious. I may not get Madden 18. That would jeopardize my channel. So what? At least I stand behind my morals. At least I'll still have my dignity. I kind of feel like a sellout buying Madden 18. I kind of do. And this is just how I feel, y'all. Y'all know I've always been real with y'all. I feel like if everybody buys Madden 18, that EA is just going to continue to give us what they want us to have instead of what we want to have. I don't give a dang what Rex is saying, because they said that same, but this is the truth, man. They've said that same stuff years after year after year. You know, I don't want to hear people say anything. I want to see stuff done. Because basically, you know, the game is not what it should be whenever they're already talking about the next year's title. You get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? Why Madden 18 hadn't even released a gameplay trailer and you're already talking about what franchise mode will be in 19 or what the graphics will be in the future? Why are you talking about that? You should be marketing this game because there's nothing to offer aside from a graphical upgrade. The gaming industry, man, I tell you what, there's some developers out there that listen to the community, give the community what they want and things like that. You know, in all actuality, this is what I feel. I feel like Madden should go to an online game, kind of like Destiny. That way you can add whatever you want to the game through online updates. And you don't even have to put out a new disc. Just go to the DLC. Just add stuff to the game in DLC. What they did right now, they could have created a DLC package and put it out for Madden 17. GOAT, the more that I talk about this, GOAT, the more that I have to applaud you for saying what you said about them needing to skip a year. Because it makes sense. Skip a year. They could have did the gameplay thing in a patch update or a DLC. They could have did team play in the DLC. They could have did the story mode. They could have did that as an expansion, a DLC. But no, what do? They make you pay full price for the same crap in small editions that they could have released in a downloadable content version for Madden 17. I think the community would have been more okay with that if they said, guys, look, we want to deliver y'all the best experience possible. So in doing that, we're going to take a year off. You won't see a Madden NFL 18. You're going to see a Madden NFL 19. You're going to like it. However, we're not going to leave you without content. What we're going to do is we're going to release Long Shot, our story mode, as a DLC. Hey, release it for $19.99. I don't care. $10, $20, I don't care. We're going to release Long Shot as a DLC. Team play for Madden Ultimate Team is going to be a DLC add-on. $10 maybe, something like that, you know? And then the gameplay stuff, that should just be a free patch update because they've been promised us that stuff. Do y'all get what I'm saying, man? All in all, it ain't worth all in all, I'm gonna be real. It's not worth the money. Madden 18 is not worth $59 for the standard. It's not worth 70 something for the GOAT edition. It's not worth it. Will people pay that? Yes, they will. Is it worth it? No, it's not. EA, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's all I got for right now, y'all. Till next time, and God bless.